Mulishani Vonse. Hello, church family. For those of you who don't know us, we're the Rasmussens. My name is Wade.
And I'm Donna.
I'm Danica.
And I'm Abe.
And this is Joris.
And we're your missionaries to Zambia, Africa.
We want to thank you for being such a big part of our ministry. We have had a busy and full year since we last gave you a video update and wanted to fill you in on our activities here. We are excited about the growth of the church in Machia. As you may know from our previous updates, we started by building an imbalasa, or a small meeting house, and have been meeting there. But it has always been our desire for the people to have their own building, and since we have started to fill up the imbalasa, it was time to focus on that building project. A church in the States gave some funds, and we used these to purchase the materials needed to build a foundation and pour the slab. Because of our remote location, it was a long project, and the men and the women in the church worked hard. From making our own cement blocks, building the box, laying the laterite layer, and then the long process of getting the cement slab down amid breakdowns and other delays, the men put in long days. The women were right there helping as well. Most of the days included a meal that the women cooked over an open fire. They also helped level the box fill and carried water and blocks. Even the kids joined in on some days. Everyone was exhausted in the end, but thrilled to have this phase of the project done. Another exciting development with the church is the new outreach we've started. We have members that walk almost 10 miles to come to church each Sunday. So we've started a new Bible study in their area. There are very few believers there now, but by the time we finish the teaching and others have received the gospel, we'll organize all the disciples into a new church. Please pray with us about this outreach as the logistics are difficult. The location is isolated because of distance and terrain. When the rains come, the road quickly becomes a quagmire. When the river overflows its banks, the road is cut off completely, leaving only narrow footpaths and water crossings made dangerous because of crocodiles. Please pray for our safety and endurance as we take the gospel of Jesus Christ to the people in this new location. Our other building project is our house. It was our desire to have it completed by this past summer, but we quickly learned that projects in Africa do not happen on time. We had many delays, including vehicle maintenance and rebuilding the trailer after some epic breakdowns. We just finished building the bathroom, and the toilet will be installed soon. Donna was excited about this part as it provided jobs that she could help with too, like painting. Although I did benefit from her help installing the windows in the workshop as well. Finishing our slab was our first accomplishment. Recently, we also finished the walls. Building here takes a lot of time. Just to find the products and materials you need is a challenge. Often things are out of stock or not even sold in the country.
This last year, changes at the college meant it would not need our assistance, and the ministry in Machia was requiring much more time than we could manage while living so far away. God showed us clearly it was finally time to move permanently to Machia. Since our house is not finished, we have decided to convert the workshop into our new home, cover part of the unfinished house with a plastic roof to store things, and make the move, or shift to Machia, as it is called here. This changed our move date from sometime well into next year to having the family there by the end of this year. I'm excited about this video so we can show you what our life in Machia has been and will be like. Machia is a village in the African bush. It is on the Kifue River. In fact, to get to the village you must cross the pontoon. The pontoon operators are our friends, as Wade often uses his hand winch and vehicle winch to fix bent ramps or help the big trucks that get stuck. There is a small open market that usually sells vegetables and a very small shop that sells soap, bike parts, cookies, and soda. Oil and salt can be purchased from individuals and is sold in small bags, usually enough for 1 or 2 meals. For us, this means that after our move, we must travel to town 1 or 2 times per month for supplies. Wade uses a chainsaw mill to make our lumber. There is an abundance of hardwood here. With this, he has made and installed windows, and has already milled the wood for the porch and bathroom roofs. I painted some extra doors we had, and these make great countertops. Aiden and Danica helped me carry the blocks and set them up. I think it's wonderful, but they don't seem to like to do dishes any better than before. The people of the village largely depend on solar lights or candles. We are blessed to have a generator, which allows us to use power tools to build, but is expensive to run as a main power source, so it will run only a couple of hours per day so I can do laundry. The rest of the time we will be on the solar setup. The palace just made an easement so we can run water pipe from the river to the top of the mountain to have water at the house. It will be wonderful not to have to draw water from the well, or fill barrels by buckets at the pontoon, and then transport the sloshing barrels in the trailer up the bumpy road to the top of the mountain. This next year will bring major changes for our family as we adjust to a vastly different lifestyle. Often daily life in the village is challenging, especially for me. Wade seems to thrive on the opportunities I see as challenges, so I ask you to pray for me especially that I can enjoy the opportunities and learn to understand the culture I struggle to adapt to. Even though I find some things difficult, I would not trade being here for the world. I love our ministry in Machia and the people here. I love this adventure that is my life. We have so many unique and wonderful experiences, like hearing the hippos on the road when I head off to the shower, watching the monkeys play in the trees around my house, laying at night and listening to the call of the jackal. I love the quietness of the village, the view from the top of the mountain, and the sunrises and sunsets are beyond words.
Besides our move and building projects, we are also busy with ministry. There are a few men that I get to spend a lot of time with, and I take the time to disciple them. There is also the ministry to the group at large through the church. There was a Zambian pastor who was helping me in the church, but he resigned as he was called to minister in a different place. That means the work of the church has increased for me. In the end, we discovered that this was a blessing. The church had gotten off course from our original plan, and we have had to spend the last bit readjusting its focus and direction. It has been a tough few months as we have had to deal with sin in both the leadership and the membership. It was challenging and a learning experience both for us and the people. Often here, sin is excused or overlooked, and we know that the people needed to see how to handle sin and what to do, and we know that through all of this, God will make the church stronger. So we also ask you to pray for encouragement for us as it has been a challenging year. Pray for our health as this is one of the biggest areas of struggle. Pray for our marriage and family to stay strong. Pray as we continue the house that things will move quickly. And praise God with us as we have seen and continue to see God alive and active in the members of Kachenja Baptist Fellowship. Thank you, church family, for partnering with us. We are honored to be serving God here and are grateful that you make that possible. Your financial giving made it possible for us to return to the field and makes it possible for us to continue here. We and you can never know how much your prayers protect us, guide us, and help us with the big and small problems and decisions in ministry. We feel your love and encouragement through your interest in our ministry. We are grateful for such a loving sending church, and it gives us courage and strength to face whatever comes. Thank you from all of us.